Good morning, Soho Parish. Today I'm going to share a poem with you which I've animated using the stop motion technique, and I'm going to show you how you can do this technique too. I'm also going to share a short guided meditation with you which you can listen to and practice throughout the week. Now, you might have remembered that before the Easter holidays, I set the task of maybe setting up your own little breathing space area at home while the breathing space at school is closed. So if you have done this, I hope you've been enjoying having a little area where you can rest and relax and practice your mindfulness and meditation. Now, this area of your home might not be the only part of your home that's had to change and adapt in some way. So our homes have become new areas of work, of play, of rest, of exercise, of entertainment, and of socialising. And I think it's amazing at how quickly we've been able to adjust and adapt and be flexible and change in the current situation. And I was thinking about this adaptability as our way of taking responsibility to look after our health and well-being and the health and well-being of others by staying in and not going out. And by doing this, we're looking after the people that we know and the people that we don't know. And you might have discovered that by doing mindfulness and meditation, this can be one way while you're at home to keep a healthy mind and body. So I've been thinking about the word responsibility, which was our learning concept for last term. Now, the root of the word responsibility comes from responsible, which means to respond. So we could think of the word responsibility as the ability to respond to what's needed. And when we are responding, we might need to be adaptable and change the way we do things. Now, making choices to do things differently, especially with how we respond to difficulty, means that we can make more helpful choices to follow more helpful paths rather than keep going down the same old street. The following poem or short story by Portia Nelson I think is a great example of how difficult it can be to change our habits, but that with mindfulness and awareness it is possible to choose a different path. Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. Chapter 1. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. Chapter 2. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend that I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. Chapter 3. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. But my eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. Chapter 4. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. Chapter 5. I walk down another street. I think this poem is about finding more helpful ways to respond to the challenges we meet, learning from our mistakes and taking responsibility for our choices. Mindfulness can help us to stop, take a pause, breathe, come back to the present moment, think, and then choose what to do next rather than reacting. This act of choosing is us taking responsibility for looking after ourselves and the people around us. We could also think of this as the ABC of mindfulness. A, awareness of how we are. B, being with how we are with kindness and acceptance. And C, choosing what to do next. To help us take a pause at the mindful traffic lights, the 3-minute breathing space meditation practice can be really helpful. This meditation has 3 parts. and you can do it over 3 minutes, or you can do it for longer and just break that time up into 3 sections. And it's a bit like this sand timer here. It's in 3 parts. We've got the top, we've got the middle, and we've got the bottom. So in the first part of the meditation, we have a wide awareness, like the top of the sand timer, of how we are, of how we're feeling in that moment. Then in the second part of the breathing space meditation, it's like the narrow part in the middle. We narrow our attention around the breath, and as we can see the sand flowing through the sand timer, as it flows through, so too our breath. We follow it as it flows in and out of the body. And then we've got the wider part of the sand timer at the bottom, and this is like the third part of the meditation, where we expand our awareness to have a broader awareness of the body and take our awareness back out into our environment, ready to face the next thing. So let's have a go. Make sure you're comfortable and close your eyes or have a soft gaze in front of you. Ask yourself the question, how am I right now? Notice any thoughts, feelings, and direct sensations in the body. However you're feeling is okay. See if you can be with however you are, with kindness and acceptance. Next, gather your attention around the breath. See if you can stay with the breath where you feel it most in the body. Try not to change or control your breath, just let it be natural. Follow the breath all the way in and all the way out. Now expand your attention with your breathing to include the whole body. Just noticing whatever you notice. Take your attention outwards to take in the sounds around you and more of your surroundings. As best you can, bring this awareness to respond to the next moments of your day. This week's home practice challenge is to have a go at doing the 3-minute breathing space throughout the week whenever you'd like to, so you can add this practice to your mindfulness toolbox. How about also getting creative and having a go at creating your own stop motion video? All you need to do is choose a poem or a short story that you'd like to illustrate. All you have to do is draw a background and cut out an object or character that you want to be the moving part. Make sure your background is held in place with tape or blue tack so it won't move. Set up your camera so it remains in the same place too. Place your object or character onto your background and take a photo. Then gradually move it through your background, taking a picture each time you move it. Then joining them together using a simple video editing tool. Then watch your picture come to life.